and welcome to Spotlight on Port Huron. I'm your host, Todd Hess, and today I have with me Jim Gillen, Executive Director at the Blue Water Mental Health Clinic, and Ruth Rhodes, Motel Manager at the River Crab. Thanks for being here.
You're welcome, Todd. Thanks for having us.
Okay. Would you like to tell us about the Salmon Stakes tournament?
Salmon Stakes is in its 16th year. It's a tournament to raise funds for the Blue Water Mental Health Clinic. It's a fishing tournament where everyone goes out and fishes. They come back to the River Crab with their catch that day.
Okay, and who benefits from this?
The Blue Water Mental Health Clinic.
One of the most unique things about the Salmon Stakes, I think it's a neat joining together. There's the Blue Water Sports Fishing, which is a local fishing club of over 300 members. The River Crab down in St. Clair, the CMUR Corporation, joined with the Blue Water Clinic. Our agency is a private nonprofit agency. Our main address is up on Craft Road next to Port Huron Northern High School. We do have other offices in Port Huron. We also serve Algonac and the K-Pac area. We provide a total spectrum of mental health services to children, adults, and their families. We see a whole variety of problems from suicidal problems, family problems, parent-child problems, school problems, that sort of thing. And in a given year, we've served over 2,000 people here in St. Clair County. Our budget is in the area of $2.2 million, but it's the type of budget that's a fee-for-service operation these days. And for us, the Salmon Stakes dollars provides funds that we really need to keep the operation going.
Okay, and who started the Salmon Stakes tournament?
Chuck Muir did quite a while ago. It's been probably 20 years. First, it was a tournament just for the Blue Water Sports Fishing Association and certain people that did just go out and fish. Okay, it wasn't anything for child abuse or neglect or any benefit. They just were a bunch of fishermen going out to have a good time. They'd come back to the River Crab and cook their catch. In 1985, that's when Carl Haven came to Mr. Muir and asked that we do a fishing tournament to benefit child abuse and neglect in St. Clair County.
Do you take volunteers, and if so, where can they go to sign up?
Yeah, the Blue Water Mental Health Clinic has been the fortunate beneficiary of a lot of volunteers over the years with the Salmon Stakes tournament. The River Crab in St. Clair, Ruth, the CMUR Corporation, and the Blue Water Sports Fishing, which is a local fishing club of over 300 members, basically volunteered their time to help put on the Salmon Stakes tournament. In addition to that, we need volunteers the actual day of the tournament. We have a whole variety of activities that take place, and usually we need 40 or 50 type people. We appreciate it when there's different businesses and folks out there that are willing to take posters about Salmon Stakes, perhaps sell the tickets themselves. So if anybody's interested in volunteering or helping us out with the project, they could get a hold of myself or Ruth at the River Crab.
And where can you buy these tickets, and how much do they cost?
The tickets are $10. Okay, you can buy them from any member of the Blue Water Sports Fishing Association. You can buy them at any Chuck Muir restaurant, and that's statewide, Grand Rapids, Ann Arbor, all over. At the River Crab, at the Blue Water Mental Health Clinic. We have them in sporting goods stores, just about anywhere.
I understand that the tickets, you get $10 off your dinner at any Chuck Muir restaurant, too.
Yes, any Chuck Muir restaurant. You buy the ticket. It's like getting a free raffle ticket. You get your $10 back when you bring it to a Muir restaurant. It puts you in the raffle for the prizes. So it's a no-lose situation.
Right, would you like to tell us about the prizes?
The prizes, well, our first prize this year, which is really neat, it's a trip for two aboard the Delta Queen steamboat. Goes down the Mississippi River. Okay, it's 3 days, 3 nights. Your meals, accommodations, airfare, which is really a nice prize. Second prize is a trip for two to Toronto with your accommodations and your train fare, $300 in fun money when you get there. The third prize is $750 in Muir gift certificates that you can use at any Muir restaurant. You don't have to come to the River Crab. You can use it anywhere. Fourth prize is a chartered fishing trip for 4, and that's Al Terrell. He donates that prize for us. So he said it's a really fun day. Fifth prize is $300 in gift certificates at a Muir restaurant. And they're just a lot of fun.
Would you like to explain how the day goes when they're actually fishing in the tournament?
Sure, go ahead.
The day itself really starts at 6 a.m. Most of the fishermen go out into the lower It's Lake Huron area, and fish. They'll usually fish from 6 a.m. to about 1 p.m. that afternoon. Things start hopping down the river crab itself around probably 12 noon on that Saturday, April 30th. The fish start coming in about 1 o'clock. The weigh-in is from 1 until 3 o'clock, and we actually draw the winning raffle ticket at 4 o'clock that same day. The different fishing clubs, we get 3 or 4 different fishing clubs participate. The fishing club that brings in the most fish that day gets a $5,000 first prize. We try to create a fun family atmosphere at the River Crab. It's kind of a carnival activity. We have live music, face painting. Ruth gets a trout pond for the kids.
And that's free. All that is free.
And it's quite a spectacle. You'll get 20, 25-pound salmon being brought in, and just a whole lot going on.
Do you have any, or is there any age requirement for this? Do you have to be a certain age to be able to participate in this?
You have to have a valid fishing license, okay, to go out. Kids are going out with their parents fishing, okay, that's fine. But you have to have a ticket, and you have to be 18 years old to buy the ticket, okay, but they can fish.
And you were talking about child activities.
Mm-hmm.
Are there any more than the trout
Well,
pond?
the trout pond, the face painting, this year we're getting a cutout of a big fish from our restaurant, Big Fish in Dearborn, and we're going to take Polaroid shots of people with their head through the hole. There's hot dogs, hamburgers, you know, that there's a small charge for. We're trying to get music, Dixieland band for out in the parking lot.
And is this event open to everyone in Michigan?
And one of the things we've done in the last probably 4 or 5 years is invite other human service agencies outside of St. Clair County to participate. As Ruth said, the primary proceeds have gone back to the Blue Water Clinic, but as the Mirror Restaurants have the locations from here to Grand Rapids to actually throughout the United States, we'd like to make this a big type of event. Last year we had 10 other agencies besides the Blue Water Mental Health Clinic selling tickets, and with them we do a 50-50 split. If they sell tickets in the Grand Rapids area, they get $5 and we get $5. So it becomes a lot larger event because of that. And one of the things, and I think Ruth touched on, has just been the tremendous participation of the community in that, the volunteers, the growth of Salmon Steaks. We started in 1985 when we raised approximately $15,000. This past year, because of the generosity of the CMUR Corporation, the work of Blue Water Sports Fishing, we hit $100,000 for the first time, which was always the goal.
So your goal for this year is $100,000?
$100,000 or more. Yeah. Hopefully we can get there.
One of the things that we need at the Blue Water Clinic is our total budget is about $2.2 million, which sounds like quite a bit, but when we serve over 2,000 people, and with the exception of the United Way dollars, there are no dollars that are guaranteed to the Blue Water Clinic. Agencies such as ours have had to move to a fee-for-service type of operation. So we get paid when a person comes in, but if we get a cancellation or a no-show, or if the weather is bad, we don't get any money coming into our agency that day. So of our $2.2 million budget, about $150,000 comes from fundraising activities, and for us to serve child abuse, neglect, family problems, substance abuse problems, those types of things, fundraising dollars become quite important.
How long have both of you been involved in this?
I've been involved 16 years from the first one.
And I've been involved really since 1985. I've been at the Blue Water Clinic since 1977, and I've been in charge of the clinic since 1986. So Ruth and I have worked together quite a bit. It's an activity that there's a lot of behind-the-scenes things. Again, Ruth has a full-time job and yet gives a lot of her time. The River Crab employees give a lot of their time. We actually began planning this in September.
Right.
And
The Blue Water Sports Fishing Association, their members actually donate their boats to take press out on Press Fishing Day. They donate their time, you know, they sell the tickets. They donate their time for the event itself. There's a lot of really good people involved, and they've been involved from the beginning.
Okay, well, I want to thank you for coming, and We'll be right back with Press Day 1993.
Thank you.
much more than dreams. Everyone should have a place to stay.
Remember, look both ways when you cross the street.
No running in the halls.
Make sure you keep bundled up. You don't want to catch a cold. Get down from there, you'll break your neck. Don't play with sticks, you'll poke your eye out. Of all the things you warn your kids, don't forget to warn them about drugs.
40% of all Michigan students drop out of school, but the dropout rate for Port Huron schools is only 2%. Obviously, there's something important going on.
Every 6 hours, a teenager is killed by a handgun. Silence to violence. Support gun control.
Hello and welcome back to Spotlight on Port Huron. With me I have Ryan Rolkin, a senior at Port Huron Northern, Todd Hess, also a senior at Port Huron Northern, and Mike Andrews, a junior at Marysville High School. So, how are you guys doing today?
We're all fine. How are you, Joe?
Fine. Oh, good. So, Mike, tell us about Sherwood Forest.
Well, Sherwood Forest is our kids' show here on Channel 6, and we have characters from medieval times. We have the king, the queen, the jester, and we cover things from fairy tales to educational segments, and it's geared towards our younger audience. And usually we put out the fairy tales and that kind of thing. But this year we've done different things. We did a Christmas special and a Halloween special.
Very good. So Todd, tell us a little about the Halloween special there.
Well, we took clips from different horror movies and we just basically changed them a little bit, and a lot of work went into it. Like you saw a half hour on the show, but we spent like 2 or 3 weeks on it, and we thought we wouldn't get it done. And then we took a few clips from last year's because we didn't have enough material to finish it, and basically we got it done just in time, like hours before it was going to be on.
Okay. And Ryan, how about that Christmas special?
Christmas special was really fun, and like Todd said on the Halloween special, it was just like it, and it took a lot of work. And the big thing was we all sat in here one day and as a group, and we decided that we'd like to do something involving Star Trek, which was the basic theme of the special, though there are other things on it. And our teacher, Mrs. Foxley, didn't think that we could get it done, but I gave her my "we'll finish" guarantee.
I see.
And so we were able to finish it. And it was really good, and it was a lot of hard work, and hopefully win some awards for it.
Okay. Also, this history of rock and roll, what is this?
All right, we do that for each high school has a homecoming in the fall and sort of another homecoming in the spring or in the winter months. And so we do a sort of for their Spirit Week to get things going or rolling. We do a history of rock and roll where we like dress up as different bands and we lip sync the songs. For example, for at Port Huron Northern in the fall this year, we did bands like the Beatles, and we did the Nelsons, and we did Janis Joplin and other groups like that. And it's really a lot of fun, and it's a really good experience.
I see. And what current projects are you working on?
Currently, right now, we're kind of in between projects. We're getting towards a fine art show, and we're gonna have an attempt to get moving on the Port Huron Northern Senior Video, which is because I go there at school, and get some help from Todd and Mike and all the other people in the class, including yourself. And I don't know, we usually probably become inspired. Mrs. Fox will probably think that we won't be able to get it done, but I'll give her the "we'll finish" guarantee, and things will go from there.
I see. And Mike, I understand you're doing a promotion for Marysville?
Yep. It's going to include just a overview of what Marysville High School is about, including the curricular activities, the curriculum itself, faculty, everything about Marysville High School. And we're starting work on that right now.
Okay. And Todd, what's the hardest part you think about this TV class?
The dedication. I mean, when you go home, in most classes, it's done. You just do your homework here. They can call you back, like some days you get a phone call and they need you to come in to help them with a show or something. So if you're just looking for it, just for a class to take up 2 hours of your time, it's not for you. It takes more than that. You've got to be willing to give lots of your time.
I see. What's the best part you guys feel about the class?
I think it's the friendships you develop in here, because, like Todd said, it takes a lot of time and dedication. I really agree with everything you said about probably the hardest part. And during that time, you get to become pretty close with other people in the class and pretty good friends with them. And that usually turns out to be pretty good. I think that's the best thing for me.
Okay. I understand we've won a lot of awards here at Channel 6.
Yeah, every year with our shows, we send segments. See, each Sherwood Forest is it has different segments in it. And say, for example, we were talking about Star Trek. We'll send part of that to the Michigan Student Film Festival, and we'll try and win some awards, which I'm pretty certain it will. We've won hundreds of awards in the past few years, and Mrs. Foxley takes a lot of pride in it, and so do the students, and she does a great job preparing us for it. And some of the students have won scholarships, like Tracy McLeod. She won a scholarship for a part she did on Thomas Edison. She's going to be on Channel 56 on PBS pretty soon, so that's pretty cool, and that's just real great.
I see. Also, you announced some of the sport games here on Channel 6. Tell us a little bit about that.
All right, well, it all started last year when I first started in class, and Mrs. Foxley, as you know, gives out this form, like sort of an interest profile type thing. And on it, I said I was interested in sports broadcasting, so I figured that's how she found out about it. And the two men who did high school football on Channel 6 before said that, I don't know, they just were unavailable. And so Mrs. Foxley and Sue approached me about broadcasting, and I mentioned another student class, Todd Sass, who's now graduated. And we got involved in that. It's a really great experience, because that's what I hope to get into in the future. And now we also announced some girls basketball. We would like to get into hockey, but that's really not our area. We're doing girls volleyball, and we do girls softball and boys baseball, so it's pretty cool.
Okay. What are your future plans? Do they involve anything with the TV field?
Oh yeah, definitely. TV and radio. I'm also involved at WRW, our high school radio station. I'd like to go on and pursue a career in sports journalism, broadcasting, maybe dabble in writing a little bit. All I know is that excuse me, if you guys set a goal, and so that's the goal that I've set. Applied to some colleges, but either way I'll get there, so expect to see me somewhere.
I see. You, Todd?
I'd like to get involved in the production and actually direct full feature films.
I see. And you, Mike?
Pretty much the film industry is pretty exciting, and animation. That interests me a lot too.
I see. So Ryan, I understand you did a little skit in the Halloween special?
Yeah, Joe, all of us worked on our own separate skits for the Halloween special, or were in charge of one. Mine happened to be a short little remake of the infamous picture, The Night of the Living Dead. I didn't star in it, but I was basically getting the shots and stuff. I directed it. The monument company over by Lakeside Cemetery allowed us to go there and use their vault and stuff, which was really great, and it added a lot to the picture. Yeah. The fact that we have some new equipment at the TV station also allowed us to put it in black and white, which is really great, you know, because the original Night of the Living Dead was in black and white. And all the guys did a good job. Tom came out of the vault, the cameraman over there. Hi, Tom.
Hi, Tom.
That was pretty good, and Todd did a good job of adding the baby powder to his face, white baby powder, so he looked like he was dead. And then Mrs. Foxley did a good job of allowing them to maraud and attack her car.
Okay, Todd, I understand you also did a skit for the Halloween special.
Yes, I did, but it wasn't off a horror movie. It was off a In Living Color skit. It was called Fire Marshal Bill, and we did Halloween safety tips with it. And I went to the Fort Gratiot Fire Department and borrowed some clothes from them. They were really nice. They didn't ask any questions. It's what I was doing with them, and well, we started out. I produced that. I edited it. I wrote it all out. I did everything except the camera work because I couldn't be in two places at once. And basically, I had all my neighbors helping me out, and Ryan. We had him in the last scene. He's dressed up pretty nice. I have to show that clip. He was actually a G.I. Joe guy, too. There were two different people playing the same part. So if you watch it really carefully, maybe you'll notice.
Okay. And Mike, I understand you also did one?
Yes, I did. Mine wasn't from any show. I made it up myself. It was about a kid named Harvey and how he was tormented all his life and he sought revenge on everybody. So it's kind of a cynical thing, but it was fun to do. I edited it and wrote it out and didn't do the camera work, and it was a lot of fun. Good thing to do.
Okay. All right. And the Christmas special, I understand you guys all starred in it. And want to tell us a little bit about that, Ryan?
Yeah, well, like I said, we all sat in here one day and we came up with the idea. Everyone except for Todd, who was busy editing his Fire Marshal Bill. But we all came up with the idea about doing a Star Trek special. And me, Todd, and Mike all starred as the three main characters. I starred as Captain Kirk, Todd as Bones, and Mike as Spock. And it took a lot of work. I think it was the most, I don't know, it's hard to compare the Halloween special with the Christmas special, but in my point of view, it was the hardest work, or the most time and work I've put into any special or thing here at Channel 6, my tenure here. And I don't know, it was a lot of fun. I'm sure the other guys like to add little special points about it too.
You, Todd?
Well, Joe, you were in it. You played Scotty. You stole the show. The hardest part of it was probably making the scenery, because we had to make it look like it was not from this world. And basically, we had a budget of $0 to do it with, so we bought a lot of cardboard and just let our imaginations go wild.
I see. How did you feel, Mike?
Well, it was fun to be Spock. I got to put on the wig and the ears and all that stuff. Had to do that every day. It was fun. I enjoyed it a lot, but as Todd said, the sets were we weren't really sure what we were going to do, but it turned out really good.
Now let's take a look at Star Trek.
Start date, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The party's going well. Bones is complaining. Spock is under the influence, which is why Bones is complaining. Things are pretty much normal. I've warned Sulu that we are within Klingon cloaking range.
Spock, blast the Vulcan, follow me.
But Doctor, did you not say I should walk with you?
I see you two haven't missed a beat. Will you get this green-blooded mutant off of me? He keeps bothering me about Santa and how it's illogical because elves don't exist.
Elves truly do not exist, Captain.
Will you look at his ears? Darn it, Jim, maybe I was right. He's an elf, not a Vulcan.
Now boys, it's a Christmas party and...
Ahura, crew status.
Everybody's here except for Santa.
Enterprise, we've been watching you, and we know that you have a new spy. We have taken this man you call Santa Claus. We figure if he can learn who's naughty and who's nice, he can be trained to do more useful things. Pursuit is useless, but if James T. Kirk is the legend he is said to be, we know you will. So catch us if you can. You can't win.